and what is the trend, what is the trend of plant breeding, and how you can approach it very well. Okay, and the way the questions are asked in UPSC. Okay, because with the changing trend, we observe that many difficult questions are coming. Okay, earlier if you see like last like before 5 years or last 3 4 years, it was very easy. Okay, questions were directly from the syllabus, directly from the PYQ and all. But presently in the last 2 years, slowly they are shifting and creating new questions. Okay, and if you see the marking pattern, because I have corrected many students and toppers, so like many papers, and we in touch with many students. So the thing is in paper one, those students score at least some average score. Okay, but that is not the case with respect to paper two. In paper two, I generally observe a lot of variation of scores. Okay, are you able to see the screen? Uh, are you able to see the screen? Okay, fine. So okay. See, some things you should know, like being in, like you're coming into civil services, thinking about how should I plan. Okay. See, if you look at the paper one, like variation is between 100 to 150, you can say. Okay, in paper one. Okay, and many students hover around 100 or so. Okay, 100 to 110, 150, like this. Average students, I'm telling, very average students. So, but the good students, okay, so this is like very average students. Okay, the good students, they score up to 125 to 130 or 135. Okay, anything above 135 to 145, it is excellent. Okay, this score, if you get, you have like keeping other things constant, you have a chance of getting into interview. Minimum you should have this much. But if you have this 135 to 145, then you have like chances of selection. Okay, keeping other things constant with respect to that. Like in GS, you are like getting good score with respect to that. Okay, but what happens, um, but this is with respect to GS paper one, okay, of agriculture optional. So who those who joined late, because this is just I was telling that this is the score which students get, like very average student, okay, and this is some good students get, and this is the students who qualify, they get this score generally. And there is also possibility some students may get 90 and all who don't prepare well, they have not practiced. Okay, that possibility also will be there. Okay, like the real problem will be what scoring 110 is easy. Not easy means okay, to some extent you prepare, you just read, you may get 110. Okay, but for moving from this 110, okay, to 125 is difficult. Okay, why I will tell you. Then from there 125 to 145 is much more difficult, because still here you will gain because of knowledge. Okay, you have read. Okay, you know what is the syllabus, you have read about, like for example self incompatibility, you know the different methods, and you just write those things, methods and the critical aspects. But if you don't practice, if you practice, okay, then you will have, you will write with keywords. Okay, you will highlight the keywords. Okay, you will also maintain the speed of the exam. Okay, and and on the other hand, you will also know what should be your introduction. You will have planned the introduction, you would have planned the conclusion, though the knowledge remaining same. Okay, this student is also having same knowledge is not changing, but he is doing just these value additions. Okay, by like practicing answers, etc. So he is moving from 110 to 125 or 125 to 130. Okay. Then from 130 to 140, it is his caliber, the candidate's caliber. Okay. It is somewhat beyond what like we can help, but it is all like their own interest. They search a lot. They may be doing some other extra aspects, revising it very well. Okay. Last day revision, all these things will matter. Okay. If you look at the paper two aspect, okay, now I spoke about paper one. So if you look at paper two topics, okay, so what happens in case of paper two is that, see, the scores variation is very, very huge, like 192, even up to 155 it can go. Okay, why? Because this is very, what do you say, objective. And if you are very confident, if you write uh, the topics in a very elaborate manner, then you have chance to get 155. But many students, they may get even 90 also in paper two. So that's why I always say read paper two very well. And in that also, like genetics portion, plan building portion, you should be very strong. And new questions are coming, that is also one issue. In paper one, we can manage new questions even if it comes, but paper two, if you don't know, you don't know. That's it. Nobody can help. Okay, just a minute. Okay, no problem. So this is what I was telling, like about the scores. Okay. So now we will go into like the plan building aspect. Okay. Like what are the different types of questions usually is asked. Okay. I think now you're able to see the screen, right? See, another aspect now, you should understand the mindset of the examiner or how the examiner is making the questions. For example, this history of plan bidding, like very rare questions used to come. Like rare means you can say nearly nil questions. Okay, but this time, the first time the question came. Okay, because it is there in the syllabus. This also many students found it difficult. Why? Because we are referring, everyone says do PYQ, PYQ. So you are doing PYQ, but in PYQ, this question like is not much repeat, has never been asked. So what happens? Candidates were not able to write properly. Okay, in this you should remember, like for example, Venkat Raman, okay, Dr. BP Pal, okay, for Rose, okay. Then other things you all know, MS Swaminathan sir, you can write, say, Patel for cotton, you can write like that, you can write. Okay, that is there. Some important things, like for example, Dr. BP Pal, generally people may not write. Okay. Um, so any topic, if you are doing, you think what new I can do. Okay, what new thing I should write. Okay, otherwise just listening to classes or joining or reading books will not help. You should always think what extra I can do in the exam. That is what is going to give you the edge. Okay, and other aspect, like if you are going for history of plant breeding, okay, present who are the scientists, like Rajiv Varshne sir is there, who is working on chickpea and the peanuts and all these things. He's very famous right now. So if they ask some questions on the present context, if you write the recent names, definitely you are going to get that extra half mark. Okay, your target should be for that extra half mark. Okay, so basically, you all know, like you can refer to Punnan Singh book. Okay, we have all this, like most of them are like syllabus topics, means chapter names. Okay, just if you remember the like if you do the chapter, if you see history of plant breeding, that will be like one chapter. Mode of reproduction, this will be another chapter. Okay, so in that way it will go. The first topic. Second, you see mode of reproduction. Okay, and then selfing and crossing techniques. Okay, so here this is one direct question. What are the different selfing and crossing techniques? Okay, used in self-pollinated crops. These are the subtopics I'm telling you how you have to prepare. And what are in case of cross-pollinated crops. Okay, next like the mode of reproduction. Okay, what are the different mode of reproduction? Okay, and what are the different types of crossing techniques we can follow with respect to different mode of reproduction? Okay, means if it is cross-pollinated, self-pollinated, or asexually propagated, what are the things? Okay, other related things which we can which you should remember, like all these things you need to write down. Okay, like for example apomixis. Okay, this topic you need to like be very aware. Okay, and also sometimes specific techniques they can ask, like for example like uh, what do you call jerking. Okay, jerking is the technique we use in case of pearl millet. Okay, even if they don't ask, we can you can write to show your knowledge. Okay, this comes under like the different techniques. Okay, or detasseling. Okay, in case of like in case of maize we do all these things, such things will come in this topic. Okay, and also techniques will come like gametogenesis, porogenesis, all these things, but presently they are not asking these things. So we can like what do you say, you can reduce those areas but focus on the different crossing techniques and how this mode of reproduction can be used in different crossing methodologies. Okay, next, they ask about the origin and evolution of crops. Okay, this is very, very important topic. Every year questions will get. Okay, mainly focus on the NI Vavulo concept. Okay, focus on the micro center. What is micro center and how it is different from center of origin. Okay, then gene pool concept they are asking it repeatedly. Draw the diagram of gene pool. Okay, what is primary, secondary, tertiary? You have quaternary gene pool. Anyone knows what is quaternary gene pool? Anyone can comment? Quaternary gene pool. Anyone has idea what is quaternary gene pool? No idea. So it is about genetically modified crops. Okay. So these things I don't think this is there in Punnan Singh. Okay, quaternary gene pool. You should check once. So some extra things we need to do. Okay. So primary, secondary, tertiary is there in all the commonly which you read books. Okay. And also read about the law of homologous series of variation, crop genetic resource and conservation. Okay, you should do syllabus wise, but also remember about like like exploration. Okay, exploration, exploration to collect the plant genetic resources. Okay, then conservation. What are the different types of conservation techniques? Okay, presently now we have cryo preservation technique, cryopreservation technique. Okay, and also we have a technique called vitrification. Okay, this you will not find. Okay, directly you will not find these terms, but these are the terms which will give marks for you. Okay, so like this we will also discuss in our like in all the other classes, which will give you like when you write an answer. So some value addition which I will give you, that will give you that extra edge. Okay, these are just some things which I am telling, but we have many other things which you should do to pull your marks from that 110 to 130. Okay, then and there can be some questions like this also, like how genetic resource conservation. like how it is helping the mankind. Okay, some such sentence wise questions also. For that also you need to be very much prepared. Okay, so these are different aspects like utilization, how you do. We have three techniques. Okay, how you do the utilization, crossing with different species, which is like the wherein we have genes from the wild. Okay, or directly use them as a variety. Give some examples: primary, secondary, all these things. I think you all know primary, introduction, secondary. Okay, or utilization, what we call pre-breeding techniques. Okay, this is the keyword. Okay, then what you have: application principles of plant breeding, improvement of crop plans. Okay, these are like the topics. Like we have topics like last year they asked about creating like genetic variability. Okay, how do you create genetic variability? This is a very good question. Okay, in the 2022 IFOS they asked. Okay, like how you will create by mutation you can create. Okay, by crossing with other species you can create. Presently we have genome modification, genome editing. By this also we can create variability in the plants. Okay, then what is the application and principles of plant breeding, improvement of crop plants. Okay, different improvements like we can do by polyploidy. Okay, by mutation breeding. Okay, and also other biotechnological techniques. Okay, like I said about GM crops, tissue culture, genome editing, like these things. These all things you should remember. Like I'm just guiding you, I'm not teaching you, just guiding you, or how your mind should work when you read these topics. Molecular markers. This is very important. What is molecular marker? Okay, a diagram of a molecular marker. This is the gene of interest, and this is the molecular marker. Okay, you should differentiate. Okay, then we have what is types of molecular marker. Okay, one is the restriction enzyme based molecular marker, and another is PCR based molecular markers. These two types are there. Okay, in restriction you will have RFLP. Okay, restriction fragment length polymorphism. In PCR we have like SSR, ISSR, many other such things. Okay, so all these classification and other things you should remember. Then what is there? And its application in crop improvement. Okay, this is very important. Every year they ask this question. What is its application? Okay, so we can apply like with respect to the PPVFR. Okay, if you want to register a variety, we use molecular markers. Molecular markers are used as an DNA fingerprinting tool. You should remember the name of a scientist Alex Jeffrey. Okay, who worked on these things. Okay, these fingerprinting techniques. Next, like with respect to application, we can also go for MABC, marker assisted backcross building, marker assisted pyramiding techniques, okay, and also marker assisted genotyping techniques, okay. Then molecular markers and their application, okay, and also like for example, if you want to identify a disease or a pest, all the biotechnological tools we can go for this molecular markers based techniques, okay. Mainly like in exams we need to focus about like the PPVFR, how we are doing registration. Presently this is in news because Pakistan, okay, you could have seen in that news, Pakistan has recently what do you say, they have taken the seeds from IARI, okay, and they are growing in their region. Okay, so if you want to prove it like in the international this one, then you have to do this, use this molecular markers only. You can't do it using physical mm, like physical things or their morphological features. Okay, next, this is like important things. You all know what is pure line selection, pedigree, mass, recurrent. Okay, what is reciprocal recurrent selection, for SCA, recurrent selection for GCA. What is the difference over RRR? Okay, how they are combined. GCA, okay, SCA. When you need to use GCA, you need to use GCA when you are using like homozygous plants, like the self-pollinated. SCA in case of cross-pollinated crops. Why you should use such things? Okay, these things, all things you should remember, and its significance in plant breeding. Significance means this only, how it is used in different species. Okay, in asexual reproduction, in self-pollinated, cross-pollinated, how they are used, why they are used. All these things you need to remember. Okay. Next, there is like topic of heterosis and its exploitation. Okay, this is also very interesting topic. Um See, like if you look at the heterosis, okay, who gave the term heterosis, like Shell gave, okay, and how it is exploited, okay, where it is exploited, all these things will gain the importance, okay. And three methods are there: physiological basis of heterosis, molecular basis of heterosis, okay. So all these things you should know. Okay, and another is genetic basis of heterosis. These are the three bases. Like in genetic, we have dominance, over dominance, okay, epistasis. In physiological, how it will be, molecular, how it will be. All these things you should learn. Okay, this I'm just telling you what topics you need to learn. And once you write test, then I can help you better. Next, like with respect to somatic hybridization also. Okay, so we should remember about how somatic hybridization is done, in which crops it is done. Like it can we can say like in pepper it is very much used. Okay, see when you read something, you should be like say that it is used here, that and this. Then it will become interesting. Otherwise, you just read somatic hybridization, make diagrams. It will be very boring. Okay, to the examiner. Okay, and also biotechnological tools, somaclonal variation. All these things are also UPSC is asking. Breeding for disease and pest resistance. Okay, this you should remember. Like they asked about SAR. Okay, systemic acquired resistance. Okay, you could have seen. I said that they may ask about ISR. Okay, induced systemic resistance. Okay, they asked this question. How many of you remember? I don't know. They asked this question in OPSC. Okay, those who attended, I told that this question will be asked in UPSC maybe next time or so, but they asked in OPSC. Okay. And another interesting, like for example, agronomic biofortification. This question was asked this year, just few days back in HPSC, Haryana Public Service Commission. Okay, that also I used to discuss in the rapid revision course. Okay, like biofortification, generally what you think is only genetic biofortification, then you have, what do you say, this normal biofortification. Okay, food fortification, which you call. But there is another aspect, that is agronomic biofortification. Many students found it difficult. Another, they asked about 4R concept. Okay, in this 4R concept, presently we have 5R concept. This also I discussed in that. Okay, so these questions have not come yet in UPSC. Okay, but surely it will be coming soon. Okay, so in this way, you need to be, your mind should work. Like, what will be the next question? Okay, don't now, you should go beyond PYQ. Do PYQ first, then go beyond PYQ. But only reading will not help you. I told you, reading will give you this is the score. But if you have to go to that 125, 130, that is the score to get rank, then you have to write. There is no other way. You have to read, practice, write, and understand and do the value addition. Okay. And also you have role of interspecific and intergenic hybridization. Okay, different types that we can do. Okay. Then you have to read about the genetic engineering and biotechnological tools. Okay, and GM crops. I think I showed you that day also some of the classes which like I showed you. Okay. For example, I think that day I showed you, like with respect to the major things. Okay. The plant tissue culture techniques, biotechnological techniques. Okay. How this embryo culture, stem and somatic anther culture is the basis of plant tissue culture. Okay. How genetic engineering works. You should know the steps. Okay. How do you insert DNA, insertion in into vector, transformation in host, selection of recombinant. Okay. Then how do you insert this agrobacterium based technique? You should properly understand. Okay, then you should understand the transduction methodologies, the biolistics, gene gun, electroporation, all these techniques with diagram you should read. Okay, this is not required. Then application of genetic engineering. Okay, with respect to insect, how it is working. Okay, then with respect to viral resistance, how it is working. Okay, we have topics like siRNA based, miRNA based. Okay, siRNA, miRNA. These are the things which you may not come across. Okay, siRNA based, miRNA based disease resistance techniques. Okay, then herbicide resistance. Okay, presently, we are all working on this herbicide resistance and this antisense technology, as I told you. Examples you should remember: flower sour tomato, which is like presently getting more importance. Okay, and golden rice, all these things. If you do such things, then only you will get that extra edge. Okay, otherwise we will be otherwise you will be just be going through the same process again and again. Okay, some students. I think they missed. So it's just showing about these slides, like how you need to do that GM crops topic. Okay, it's like for example, these are the GM crops. How you go about genetic engineering? What are the techniques? Okay, PI plasmid based, agrobacterium based is the most generally used one. How it is used, that diagram. Okay, then you should know about application in case of insect resistance. Okay, crygene based. Okay, you should know cry1AC, cry2AB, all these where it is used. Okay, and virus resistance. I told you about siRNA based and miRNA based. Okay, these are new techniques which you should write to get that extra mark. Okay, then the flower sour tomato, which uses antisense technology. Okay, you never know. This can come in this also in our prelims also soon. Okay, these are the new techniques. So like that, if you write only, you will get that extra marks. That's what I wanted to tell. So we have discussed like the important topics, how you need to cover. Okay, so in that way you need to move. So any doubts or any clarifications you need to ask? We have Komal also. So Komal has given this year JKPSC also. She was like part of our all the test program. So she has recently written also. How was it, Komal? Komal, you are able to hear me? Okay. Any others have any questions you can ask also?
Sir, these were the biotechnological things in crop improvement.
Yes,
Just
yes,
you
yes,
have just told.
definitely. Definitely. That's what.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Why did you get that doubt? Seems new or what something?
I'm very beginner.
Huh? What did you say?
Some beginner.
Okay, you're a beginner. Okay, okay. You are not from agri background, huh?
I'm from agri background.
Okay, you are from agri background, no? Okay, then you should have. I think you would have seen maybe. Um, Slowly you will learn. Like when you read, you will. Okay, okay. I will guide you. No problem. Okay. These are the new techniques which are used. Okay, basic things you will find in books like presently siRNA based, miRNA based, antisense based. All these are the trending ones in the biotechnological field. Okay, remember that like when you meet your agri friends. Okay, Abhilasha, like you are retired only, na? So if you meet your friends, then you can talk to them, ask them the new trends which are there. You work on that. Like when I was also like preparing also. I used to talk to many friends, okay, those who are from different disciplines. They know some things, okay. Like for example, agronomic biofortification. I never came across these things, but I had many good friends from agronomy and also I used to discuss with them. So they used to say this is like something which is trending in our subject. So like that only you gain. Okay, every subject has something trending in their areas. So if you know that, you will get that extra edge. Okay, this 4 hour concept, where you will find, like you see the HPSC paper, 4 hour concept, that is generally not there in books. Okay, but when I was discussing these things, they told like this is the trending one. We have 4 hour concept that is for site specific nutrient management. We have things. So in that way, you take advantage. Okay. Okay, Komal, you are able to hear. So how was
Yes,
your exam?
yes, yes. It was very good. This
Oh,
time
very good.
from last year, I have improved a lot in both agriculture one, even GS also, essay paper also went well, ethics paper also, but especially special reference was for optional paper. So
Yes,
actually, no, the test series which I joined, I have written all those tests and I have made my own model answers as you guided, na
very
same
good.
pattern. And
Very
this
good.
time
Very good.
सिर्फ 2 छुट्टियां थी ऑप्शनल में
Oh, ho,
and
ho.
in 2 days revising whole optional is it was a very big challenge for me. So as you
Yes,
said,
yes.
revise only the test which you have given.
That will help.
हाँ जी
Okay,
आप
that's good.
टेस्ट मतलब जैसे हर एक टेस्ट में आपके 20 20 आपने इवन 25 क्वेश्चन भी दिए थे किसी किसी टेस्ट में लाइक प्लांट रीडिंग
Mm-hmm.
है ना
Mm-hmm.
25 क्वेश्चन एक ऐसे थे होलिस्टिक जैसे आपने वो कुछ आपने टॉपिक्स भी मेरे साथ शेयर की
Mm-hmm.
थी उनको टॉपिक
Yeah,
क्योंकि
yeah.
एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड सर नहीं है तो आई एम फ्रॉम
Mm.
बॉटनी बैकग्राउंड तो मुझे
Oh, okay, okay.
तो मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि पता नहीं एग्रीकल्चर शायद मेरे लिए है ही नहीं है क्योंकि मैंने पिछले दो
Mm-hmm.
attempt दिया एग्रीकल्चर के साथ बट हुआ नहीं
Mm-hmm.
क्वालिफाई इस बार लेकिन
Mm-hmm.
खुद से हालांकि वैकेंसी बहुत कम है 30 35 पोस्ट की है यहाँ पे लेकिन स्टिल मुझे खुद में कॉन्फिडेंस आ रहा है कि मैं पूरा पेपर अटेम्प्ट करके आई हूँ दैट टू विद
Okay.
गुड क्वालिटी कंटेंट तो मैंने बस
Okay,
वही
very good.
दो दो दिन में सर पूरा रिवीजन करना पॉसिबल ही नहीं था और उसके बाद
हाँ.
से ज्यादा मुझे फायदा आपकी किस बात का हुआ जो आपने मेरे को मैंने आपको बोला कि सर अब ऐसे पेपर भी हो गया और जीएस के भी सभी पेपर हो गए अब 2 दिन है
Mm-hmm.
अब 1 पढूं कि 2 पढूं आपने बोला
Mm-hmm.
तो 1 को कम तो वो सबसे बेस्ट पार्ट रहा क्यों क्योंकि सर जो 1 का पेपर था ना वो थोड़ा जर्नल ही था मतलब
जनरल
लिखना
होता.
राइट
Mm-hmm.
स्पेसिफिक तो कैसा हो रहा था जब आंसर करने तो हर एक क्वेश्चन में 2 आते थे तीसरा वाला नहीं आता था 2 आते थे तीसरे वाला नहीं आता था लेकिन मेरे केस
Mm-hmm.
में मैंने सिर्फ जो आपके वो जो टेस्ट थे ना जो 20 25 क्वेश्चन हर एक जैसे प्लांट ब्रीडिंग के आपने 25 क्वेश्चन
Okay.
ही रिवाइज करके दी थी और सर पॉसिबल भी नहीं था ना 2 दिन में कैसे पूरा
वो नहीं
सिलेबस
होता
रिवाइज
है.
नहीं होता
Definitely.
मैंने सिर्फ पेपर 2 को रिवाइज किया अच्छे से 1 को भी किया लेकिन 1 को मैंने हार्डली 6 या 7 घंटे ही दिए 2 दिन में से बाकी
हम्म.
पेपर 2 को ही
क्योंकि
किया
उसमें तो जो आता है वो बस इतना ही लिख सकते हैं, ऐसा ज्यादा एड्ज नहीं ले सकते उसमें ना.
एग्जैक्टली मैंने बस वही
हम्म.
किया बस वही जो टेस्ट
हम्म.
था आपके वाले वो मैंने पूरे रिवाइज किए अच्छे से वही सिर्फ
हम्म.
वही क्योंकि टाइम नहीं था कि मैं अपने नोट्स को
टाइम ही
देखूं
नहीं है.
कुछ भी नहीं देखूं
हम्म.
रिवीजन पे ही और क्वेश्चन भी सबके आप मान के चले सर ज्यादा नहीं 75% तो वही थे तो मुझे
हम्म.
मैंने तो ये ऑलरेडी बनाए हुए हैं आंसर रेडीमेड आंसर बस
सही
वहां
है.
लिखना था मेरे को तो
बहुत
इस
कॉन्फिडेंस आता है उसको देखने में, क्योंकि पहले डर लगता है ना.
बिल्कुल
कॉन्फिडेंस विल बी बिल्ट अप.
मैं बहुत डरी हुई थी शायद आपको मैंने जब कॉल किया सर ऐसे मुझे तो पता नहीं चला अब 2 दिन में मैं रिवाइज करूँ या क्या करूँ लेकिन बिना रिवाइज
हम्म.
जाओ तो आते हुए क्वेश्चन के सर पेपर 2 में तो अटेम्प्ट नहीं होते हैं 1 में तो यू
हम्म.
कैन समथिंग कुछ भी लिख लोगे चलो लेकिन 2 में तो
हम्म.
क्वेश्चन ही छूट
नहीं
जाते
हो
हैं
पाता. सही
और
है,
वो
लास्ट टाइम भी आपका छूटा था ना क्वेश्चंस.
हाँ जी तो
हम्म.
बस मैंने वैसे किया सर और मेरा मतलब अच्छा हो गया दोनों ही पहली बारी पिछले उससे पिछले अटेम्प्ट में भी और उससे मतलब पिछले 2 अटेम्प्ट पुराने अटेम्प्ट में मैंने
हम्म.
पेपर के बाद मुझे नहीं लग रहा था कि मेरा या 1 अच्छा नहीं होता था या 2 अच्छा नहीं होता था इस बार पहली बार
हम्म.
ऐसा हुआ दोनों ही अच्छे हुए हैं और वो
कॉन्फिडेंटली हुआ है.
बिल्कुल सिर्फ आपके नोट्स तो वो तो चलो थी लेकिन आपने जो लास्ट वाले डे गाइड किया ना कि पेपर 2 पढ़ो
हम्म.
1 को छोड़ दो तो मैंने
हम्म.
1 को जब अगर कल पेपर था ना तो आज शाम तक मैं 6 बजे तक पेपर 2 ही पढ़ रही थी
हम्म.
तो मैंने बहुत कम टाइम दिया और अच्छा किया 1 को टाइम नहीं दिया तो कुछ फायदा
सही
नहीं
है,
होना था ज्यादा टाइम देख के
क्योंकि वो तो ऐसे ही आएगा जो भी
हाँ
पेपर में.
जी तो ये आप जो अभी आपने पूरा क्लास में बताया ना वो मेरे साथ प्रैक्टिकली 2 दिन पहले ही हुआ है तो मुझे वो सारी
ओके.
चीजें लाइव मैंने पेपर में देखा कि यार बहुत अच्छा किया पेपर 2 को पढ़ा और सेम टू सेम वैसे ही क्वेश्चन आ गए सारे टेस्ट में से कुछ थे
Okay.
बिल्कुल अलग, लेकिन ज्यादा तो सेम ही थे।
Okay.
और
Okay.
अगर सेम ना भी थे ना, आई कैन राइट द सेम कंटेंट इन दैट क्वेश्चन जो भी वो पूछा था। अब जैसे
Mm-hmm.
इंटीग्रेटेड वो पेस्ट मैनेजमेंट के वो सब बायो फर्टिलाइजर्स वाला, वो सब लिख
Mm-hmm.
दिया। वो सारा रेलिवेंट था,
Mm-hmm.
उसका आंसर वर्ग मुझे लग पता है कि वो मेरा डिफरेंट होगा सबसे। बाकी
Okay.
अब
Very
आई
good.
डोंट नो सिलेक्शन होगा नहीं होगा, लेकिन आई हैव रिटन दिस टाइम सर बहुत
Yeah.
अच्छे से।
Yeah. You should do your part.
हाँ जी, आई हैव डन माय पार्ट वेरी वेल दिस टाइम सर।
Very good. Very good. Mm-hmm.
थैंक्स
So
थैंक्स टू
that's
यू।
what.
आप
Oh,
कित
thank you.
आप एट टाइम पे भी आप लास्ट वाले पेपर से एक दिन पहले भी आप, मैं एक बार ही मैंने मैसेज किया, आपने रिप्लाई किया और आपने गाइड किया, ऐसे नहीं ऐसे पढ़ना है। मैं तो बिल्कुल कंफ्यूज थी कि अब 2 दिन में कुछ नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन
Mm-hmm.
उससे भी बहुत कुछ हो गया सर आपके गाइडेंस के
सही।
अवार्ड।
नहीं नहीं, आपका भी एफर्ट है मेनली।
नहीं नहीं sir,
ओके,
मेरे
गुड
लिए
गुड,
मैं
हैप्पी।
तो एग्रीकल्चर इज नॉट फॉर मी।
नो नो, इट्स कैन डू। लाइक जो भी मैं बोला ना, दैट
हाँ
आल्सो
जी।
आई लर्न फ्रॉम लाइक अदर एस्पिरेंट्स एंड माई सेल्फ।
हाँ जी
जो इस
सर।
बार जो अजय नाम का दे रहे हैं, इस बार इंटरव्यू दिया है, कल ही दिया है, परसों परसों दिया है, अभी भी मैं बात की। तो उन्होंने ही बताया सर, हम मैंने भी यही किया, उन्होंने ही किया कि बस क्योंकि 3-4 डेज गैप रहता है कोई
हाँ
भी
जी।
इसमें, यूपीएससी में भी फोर
हाँ
फाइव
जी।
डेज तो उसमें यही कर सकते हैं। मैंने इतना ही पढ़ा, क्योंकि इतने में पढ़ने में कैसे भी आएगा 25-30% न्यू क्वेश्चंस, तो
हाँ,
वो टेंशन होगा। बाकी जो
बिल्कुल।
बचा है 60-70%, उसको कॉन्फिडेंटली हम अटेंड करेंगे ना, it will have
Right.
positive impact on that new questions also.
हाँ जी
तो
हाँ जी।
slowly practice करने से ही slowly it will help you. Okay, good good.
हाँ जी sir।
So
अब
okay,
सर
thank you very much.
प्रीलिम्स का है कि अब वो
हाँ,
हाँ जी।
करेंगे
अब
प्रीलिम्स का, मैं बताता हूँ।
आगे चला गया, मुझे लग रहा था कि स्टेट पीएससी के मेंस के चक्कर में शायद इस बार यूपीएससी निकल जाएगा हाथ से, बट वो भी चलो बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस वो भी आगे चला गया। अब थोड़े से दिन मिल गए थोड़े बहुत।
हम्म।
नहीं तो अभी कल ही मेंस खत्म हुआ है, तो प्री मुझे लग नहीं रहा था कि इस बार प्री दे पाए, लेकिन अभी ये लास्ट अटेम्प्ट है, तो मुझे अब प्री भी किसी तरह से वो
हम्म।
करना है। उसमें भी सर आपने बहुत हेल्प की है। मैंने एसएफजी ज्वाइन किया, हालांकि मैंने एसएफजी लगाए 2 हफ्ते तक मैंने लगाए टेस्ट, बट फिर मेंस
ओके,
आ गए। आपने वो भी बोला कि नहीं अभी इसको साइड कर दो, पहले मेंस पे फोकस करो।
सही है, उसके डिस्कस करेंगे हम प्रीलिम्स उसके बाद।
हाँ जी सर जरूर, आप एक
ठीक
प्री
है।
का भी प्लीज जरूर सेशन रखना, ताकि थोड़ा।
करता हूँ, मैं करके आपको बताता हूँ। ओके, थैंक यू। एंड अदर्स
थैंक
कोई
यू।
डाउट डाउट? ओके, थैंक यू। अदर्स कोई डाउट है? आप अनम्यूट करके बोल सकते हो। एनी अदर डाउट्स? I think you got some idea on how to like go about with these topics. Okay. और कोई डाउट है तो पूछ सकते हो, या टेक चैट भी करो, चैट में शालिनी मैसेज किया, कृष्ण प्रिया, ओके, वी विल चेक। Shalini, you can message me, okay, on Telegram, so we can discuss the like how it will be and the other things, tests and other things. Okay. Any other questions? डाउट है तो बताओ यार। हम्म। विराट, आप कुछ बोल रहे हो? विराट, आप कुछ बोल रहे हो? ओके, एनी अदर्स? कोई डाउट है या क्लोज करें सेशन? अभिलाषा, यू हैव एनी डाउट? और एमजी, शालिनी, एसएसपी यूजर, विराट?
No, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. So work on these things. So this is the second test, right? Like for plan bidding. So plan this way, and I have any queries, you can just ping me. Okay. Okay. All the best. Recording I may share, so that time we will see. Okay. Okay. Bye.